Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing okay. This is a very entertaining episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's just get straight into it. So with the small things, December 18th, I believe, is now Candy Burr's Tucker Day in the town of something, Georgia. It's not Atlanta. It's another part of Georgia. But anyway, that's where she has her restaurant. And the restaurant that actually looks like it has the better food. No shade. I still haven't been to Old Lady Games. Have y'all been to Old Lady Games in the comment section? Y'all please let me know. But I have not been to OLG's yet. But allegedly, I heard the food was extremely salty, and I don't want any blood pressure. I mean, I have headaches often, and I can't take a lot of salt. So hopefully that's not the case. What else? I am very excited for Portia Luther King. Portia is one of the advocates and one of, I mean, we all are, but she's one of the spokespeople, I guess would be the better word, for the BLM movement. And they were she was up there speaking or whatever for the mayor and governors and things. So shouts out to Portia Luther King. She has really evolved. Truly. What a long route it's been, for her, because Lord knows what was she saying. It was at one point it was 265 days in a year. It was the Underground Railroad was a train, was the a bus, city bus. So, Mama has really came a long way. Shouts out to her. Kenya Moore. She is talking to her therapist lady. And, so, she's talking about Mark, how she's kind of over Mark. She's kind of in a different place in her life. And then, she tries to text Mark because the therapist, she wanted Mark's perspective. Because Kenya Moore, she kind of sways with the wind. It seems whatever Mark is feeling at that time, Kenya Moore is going to feel at that time. But Kenya Moore, she says that she is done with Marcus. So anyway, she tries to call Mark, and nobody answers. She tries to text Mark, and it didn't deliver. It would have said delivered, and it did not say that. So then she tries to call him, and nothing. So then she used Brooklyn's phone to get in contact with Mark, and he sends a text back on Brooklyn's phone saying that, hey, I can't talk right now. I have a best friend who just got into an accident, and we back here with him now. Kenya was just like, you a lie. You was a dirty lie. Because of the 19, as I call it, COVID 19, they're not letting anybody else back there. So she was just like, you's a dirty lie, and you're going to keep lying. And I guess Mark is going to keep lying. What an exhausting situation with Mark and Kenya. It's just really two wild people that got together and tried to make something work, or it was some kind of arrangement allegedly. I don't know what's going on with Mark. Mark and Kenya is just not a normal situation to me. Now, mind you, I've been single pretty much since the beginning of time. I've had maybe 1, 2, maybe relationships. So that's when I was younger, a teenager, a child. It didn't count. But just as an outsider looking in, y'all saw that I, flipped my hair. As an outsider looking in, it's just odd. He act like he hate her. How can you hate somebody? How can you marry somebody you hate? It's super weird to me. It's super weird. That's why, honestly, I do think that it seems like it would be arranged. And maybe Mark did not get everything that he was promised out of the deal. Because otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But, bless her heart. Bless everyone's heart. Let's see. So Drew takes her son, Josiah, to meet with his biological father. And Ralph is there as well. And all Josiah knows is Ralph. His biological father was not in his life because he was in jail at one point and just doing whatever he was doing. So we meet the daddy. First of all, the daddy showed up late. He also showed up tacky. But the daddy looks just like the son. That little boy looked just like that man. You hear me? One thing I would say, look, I don't have any children. I don't have kids. So I can possibly know what all they're going through. But once again, as an outsider looking in, I would have snatched my child up. The way that little boy was talking to that man, the way that he was nasty, he was just like, Rafton was trying to talk to the little boy. It was just like, well, why don't you want to ask your daddy, like, how he has been and how his flight was, and he said, oh, I'm not really interested in that. And it was just like, wow, he's so brutally honest. Listen, the little boy only been here for 9 years, so I mean, I understand it's a confusing time, it's an odd time, but still, there's just a certain thing that you just supposed to respect your elders, I feel, and they should have snatched that little boy up. Or said something to him. It's just not what you do. But of course, Drew don't care because she feels like, yes, son, give it to him, son, give it to him, son. You should have been there. And Ralph is trying to be the voice of reason here. Actually made the little boy get up and give him a hug. Listen, I understand, but at the same time, there's just no reason to be so nasty. Y'all need to get a hold on that little boy's mouth right now while he young. Right now, get a hold on that child's mouth, because he gonna run across somebody that's gonna have something for that ass. You feel me? Whoosh, real quick. They're not just gonna let it go. Oh, he's just so brutally honest. What you say? Real quick. There's gonna be no conversation. So unless that little boy is in taekwondo classes or karate or what's another one? Taekwondo, karate. Jinsu, is that one? I don't know. Unless the little boy is a black belt in all areas, yeah, then y'all need to get a hold on that little boy's mouth, because my God, he only so big. So I mean, not saying nothing to happen. I hope ain't gonna nothing happen, but I mean, it's possible. You can't be around here with a smart little mouth and thinking ain't nobody gonna check you. Anyway, but they say the biological dad is trying to be more in the little boy's life, so that's good. But and that dad look like he ain't gonna take too much of that mouth either. So all he gonna do is run back and tell his mama he snatched me up. Whoop to whoop. Gonna get some. Y'all know how little kids is, child. Okay, so what else is going on? So Cynthia, she wanted to have this little party, and she wanted to do this whole little like Secret Santa thing. But the thing about it is that, it's not Secret Santa, but I'll explain it. But she basically wanted to have everybody give gifts, and the gifts could not exceed $100. So then the ladies was just like, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard. How was that hard to get a gift that's under $100? It's $100 or less. But these people are in a different tax bracket. These people are rich and wealthy. They forgot that most of them grew up in the projects, inner city, hood, ghetto, whatever you want to call it. But okay, y'all, whatever. So, oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard to give under $100. How is that hard? But whatever. Like I said, they money long, child. Mine stop about right here. So anyway, so, then Cynthia changed it. She was just like, okay, so now the gifts can't exceed over $1,000. So it was just like, oh, okay, that'll work. That's more like it. I wish I would. To this day, a Nan family member, Nan friend, Nan, have I ever spent $1,000 on one person? Nan. And I don't plan on it no time soon. Oh, you said unless it's a house or a car, and that's for me because I need both of them. Okay, I would never. Child, please. We shoot. Me and my siblings, we tried to do Secret Santa at one point. It didn't work out, due to schedules, and I got sick, and the whole nine. It was a moment. But anyway, shoot, the gift wasn't going to exceed for us. What was it? What we say? I think we said 50 or something like that, or less. It's really not that difficult, to be honest. But whatever, we're gonna move on. We're gonna let it go. So yeah, Cynthia wanted to have this little shindig at her home. Marlo sent the gift. She said that she won't be able to make it for whatever reason. Latoya said she's not gonna be able to make it because she don't want to deal with the drama. She don't want to deal with the whole thing with last episode with Drew and the prophet and the whole moment. Which Drew is, I like Drew, but Drew and her chin is reaching with this whole thing. But I get it. She's still upset about Latoya coming for her wig and her fashions and so it's just, but she's, when the joke is over, it's over. When nobody's talking about you anymore, Drew, it's time to move on. Like, let it go at that point. Because after a while, you just start to look crazy. If they done moved on to something else, just go with the flow. But she wants to keep backtracking and bringing it back. I understand your feelings hurt. I get it. But you're not going to win this fight. You're not. You're not. Okay. Let's see. So we have Cynthia and her beautiful sister, Mal, the hips of the Baileys. And all of a sudden we see, Drew calls and talking to Cynthia. Cynthia's waiting for Portia to come because Portia going to pick Drew up from the house, child. They showed up 3.5 hours late, drunk as a Cuda Brown. Drunk as a Cuda Brown, child. I mean, I was like, child. But anyway, so we see Cynthia and her sister. And then the surprise is llamas. They have llamas dressed up. Random and silly. And, yeah. I mean, I didn't really understand the llamas. But anyway, Kenya showed up. She took a picture with the llamas. So did Candy. I mean, I would have got back in the car if it was me. Because don't llamas spit? Can't they spit on you? Is it llama or is it child, what they call? They in the llama family. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones that spit, that hawk up pumpkin spit and spit on you. Y'all know that spit pumpkin hawked up on Tiffany Paula, New York, on the Flavor of Love. She hawked that spit. And they say that's what llamas do. Llamas is it alpacas? One of them spit dead in your face. I say I would. Melina from Mortal Kombat, head off. Child, ain't no way. Aretha Franklin, ain't no way. So, yeah, nasty. So, anyway, the llamas didn't last long. So all the ladies showed up, minus Marlo, of course, minus Latoya for now, and minus Drew and Portia for now. So who was there was Cynthia, Mallory, Kenya, Candy, Shamia. I don't think that was it. No, I'm missing anybody? I don't think so. Yeah. Shamia was there. Shamia actually got there before Portia. Shamia's a really pretty girl. She is. Apparently, they've been asking her to have a peach for the longest, but she's been turning them down for whatever reason, child, child. But, I guess it ain't no need. You're already up in the mix, You know everything you need to know. It's possible that if Shamia gets a peach, that she could fall out with Portia. Maybe it's a situation that could happen. Maybe she could fall out with Candy. So who knows? Maybe it's good she don't have a peach. But Marlo definitely needs a peach. Marlo definitely needs a peach. Marlo definitely needs a peach. What else is going on? So they talk about this game where it's numbers 1 through 8. And the people who have the lowest numbers, those are the ones that would get up and choose from the gifts that everybody brought. They would pick their gifts, and then number 2 would get up, and then they would either they would choose a gift, and if they didn't like it, they could take the first one's gifts, and so on and so forth. So the person that had the highest number was number 8. I think that was Marlo. That person gets to choose from all the gifts that are open, and choose and take that one. So that's actually fun. We're gonna try that. I'm gonna bring that up to my people, so we're gonna see. So they're all sitting around. The food looked great, by the way. Cynthia did not cook it. The food looked great. All of a sudden, like I said, Drew came. Drew had on a cute little dress with the slip showing underneath. Of course, she came there looking like metallic gold, honey. Just built like a Mustang, a Clydesdale. Just all them hips and all the ass and just all of it. It's a lot. It's a lot. But she looked good. They all look good, actually. I thought Kenya looked really pretty. So anyway, they're all sitting around and whatever. They get there, they're talking, then they start to exchange gifts. They're laughing at Cynthia's gift because it comes from Tiffany's. I guess it's not on brand. Tiffany's dated or something or whatever. And they too rich for my blood, I tell you. So anyway, I mean, Cynthia's gifts, you know, they were nice, but they looked like they were for children. To be honest, I thought the bracelets was a little childish. Just how they looked. But y'all know Cynthia's not that, you know. Child, Cynthia laid $2 on the table for Bolo, the stripper. So, I mean, what y'all expect out of Cynthia? I would have, if I was Cynthia, I would have let them choose $1,000. I must stick with the $100 limit. And y'all could just be mad. Child, please. Let me see. So, they're all doing the things, changing their gifts. So, we get to, who we get to? We get to Kenya. Child. Kenya picks the gift. She ended up actually with Drew's gift. And Drew's gifts was it was a 3-parter. One was she donated $400 to the Humane Society. And another one was like a cat or small dog, little home, little house or whatever, you know, that you can carry around or whatever, little fur. And then inside of that was a wig. It was just like, child, is there something in there? And it was a wig, child. So Kenya took the wig, and then she put the wig she put the wig and the little cat carry-on in the box. Just threw it in the box. And she was just like, you're so disrespectful. And then her confessionals, Kenya called Drew a loser. And it was just silly. And you know, Drew claimed that wig was $1,000. That's not true, Drew. Just please stop. Please stop. And they, you know, got into it. Kenya got on the phone, started to call Brooklyn. It was just a mess. So on top of all that, Drew also had a gift where she had a boom box, child, with a tape recorder where she actually recorded. Her assistant was the one that apparently hooked Prophet Lot and Latoya up together. Not in that way, but in the name of Jesus. And so, you know, he had got hold of Prophet Lot that he, you know, when he was talking to Marlo and Cynthia and Latoya and Candy and Kenya last week about whether he liked her or not. So the sister was actually irritated by it, and, you know, he actually talked to Prophet and recorded it and sent it to Drew, I guess, or however that went. Messy. Anyway, they played it, and the man didn't say nothing. All he said was yes, he likes Toya. He likes her a lot. But he know he can't do nothing with her or try to pursue nothing with her because of her situation. He had to go through a divorce too. That was pretty much what he said. And Drew was sitting there acting like she had this big information on Latoya, and it's just like, girl, you need to stop. I like Drew, like I said, but you beating the dead horse. And Candy straight up told her, like, you sitting up here blaming this woman for what this man do. If the man did something to her or want to do something to her, that's on that man. If he want to get with her, that's on him. This girl can't make that grown man do nothing. And Candy was right. Absolutely. But Candy was super upset about the wig. She was just mad because she was like, she could have got that wig, and she was mad about that. Mainly, in my opinion, Candy was mad because she didn't want to spend the money anyway. And so, because Candy don't like to spend money like Cynthia, unless it's something that has to do with the business. And so she was mad. She was like, I could have ended up with that gift, and so I had to spend $1,000. But you gonna cut corners? Candy was hot, child. She was mad. So anyway, who comes strolling in is Latoya. She looked pretty. She came in, and instantly, as soon as she sat down, Kenya, Drew trying to come for you with some foolishness over there. You need to handle that, and whoop to whoop. They started to get into it. Latoya got up talking about, your man wants a girl that looks like me, and whoop to whoop. Latoya, she's a very cute girl, but she's not nothing to do backflips over, at least for me. Okay. So her and Drew was going back and forth, child, but the dialogue between Portia and Shamia had me screaming. Because they were standing up over both of them. Drew on one side and then Latoya on the other side. Portia gonna say, ooh, child, don't knock my curls out. And then Shamia gonna say, ooh, child, don't make my vajayjay come out. And Portia was like, child, mine's neither. Child, I ain't got no panties no how. I screamed. She was like, mine too, I ain't got no panties either. That was so funny. Like, the dialogue, Cynthia was funny. And Cynthia's rarely funny. Cynthia was funny in her confessionals and stuff. Said that the wig is not $1,000, but the wig is familiar. That was funny. It was just funny. This was a good last episode. I thought it was hilarious. So they got into it real bad. Kenya and Toya walked out. Kenya's schooling Toya on the word narc. And Toya walks back in because she left something. Started back up with Drew again. Latoya picked up the wig and threw it. Now I think that she was throwing it over Drew or just throwing it somewhere in the distance. But anyway, Drew got up, was ready to fight her, and I'm just like, girl, I just don't understand. A, I thought y'all had moved on from this. B, I understand, Drew, you wanted to get Latoya back, but this is a dumb way, and it's not going to work. Because you're trying to accuse this woman of seducing this man and making this man, do whatever. It's like, come on. And the whole thing about the prophet, and he was going to christen my daughter and whoop to whoop. You can't find no other one, Drew. See, everything that you're arguing about either don't matter, A, B, don't apply, C, don't make sense, D is irrelevant. Like, Drew, you got to come with it. You got to come with it. So, lastly, they ended up getting into it, walked out. Carolers ended up coming. And Latoya is getting pulled in the car by Kenya. Latoya walking up to the carriage, just about to twerk or whatever she about to do. I was screaming. So Toya and Kenya got in the car together. So then the other ladies came down to enjoy the carolers, child. And y'all know they have those little words on the screen that shows their final little moments. So let's see. Says Kenya is planning another girls' trip. She and Brooklyn are heading to Paris soon. Kenya has officially filed for divorce. She wants no more of the daily drama. We shall see. Okay, it says Josiah's dad has been forming a relationship with his son. Drew continues to decorate her new home so it would be perfect. Just like her marriage, her 3 children, and her hairline. That was cute. But you in that marriage. It says Portia remains on the front line of social justice issues. She also back to eating meat. But has managed to stay away from the hot dog factory. Candy's acting career is blossoming. Is it? She returns for a second season of The Chi soon. And no, hometown native Drew will not be there. Cynthia and Mike have decided Atlanta is home and Mike will be moving permanently. Oh, wow. Well, that's good for Cynthia. She get to keep her job. They are currently looking for the next Lake Bailey on the hill. Her bachelorette swing will have its own special room. Oh, child, y'all ain't doing that. Y'all ain't pumping nothing. So that's pretty much it, y'all. The reunion is going to be this Sunday. I am very excited about it. We're going to see what it gives, child. You know, I'm assuming it's 3 parts. Hopefully it's entertaining all the way through, like the Potomac was. And child, we're going to see. Pose is coming back in May. I will review Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let me see what else. I don't know when Little Women Atlanta's coming back. But whenever it comes back, child, I'll be here. There was something. Oh, Married to Medicine's still here. What else? God, it was something else. It'll come to me. Anyway. I am Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chess King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.